Yeah, in my context, in very conservative uh, traditions, the LGBTQIA plus becomes very off-putting. And when I use it, it's like all of a sudden I sense this wall begin to go up. And I have used it because maybe I have been with friends that prefer that, but I have to remember what context I'm in. Um, um, I think because they don't know what all those letters mean. It is a lot. And it seems that more letters get added on. And so they begin to push back that it's not appropriate, it's not flexible, it's not usable or practical for them anyway. Um, I don't know if they have heard of SSA, same sex attracted. Now, when I use that term, I can't abbreviate it. I just say it. And that becomes something that's very understandable in that context. Because they hear a lot of that terminology of same sex attracted or same sex marriage. They would hear those things. So, but I even got a text this last week. Pastor Kim, what does LGBT stand for? Just the four basic ones. And I explained it and it was like, oh no, I ain't about that. So, I mean, it was just decrypt this thing for me because I am not used to being in those circles where the terminology is being used. And, it'd be interesting for me to ask questions of people, like when I use that, when I'm explaining an orientation of a friend with someone who's straight, how does that make them feel? Which is more acceptable? I haven't really asked them which terminology is best to use, but I do notice that there is, whenever there's that term without all of the acronyms, they seem to be able to engage in the conversation better. So I don't know, maybe it's like, in different organizations that you're a part of, they have all of these acronyms for everything, and not every, new people into those arenas don't know all the key acronyms. And so they feel on the edge that they can't converse because they don't understand the depth of the acronym. But yeah, but I have learned personally to ask questions, to admit that I've made a mistake and I need some guidance. And I've noticed that maybe person to person, there's preference. Like, how should I refer to your spouse? Can you help me with that? How can I refer to, whenever I speak of your child, the gender of your child, if there's, whenever I know that there is like gender fluidity going on there. So I try to be sensitive to that. Being in a conservative situation and having so many wonderful friends across all kind of different backgrounds of sexuality. So yeah, I think the best thing if you're conservative is to just ask the questions. I think it's okay. And I found that it has created more of a warmth in the situation and dialogue to ask the questions.